Good afternoon, YouTube. It's a beautiful day in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. This is episode 21, 20, something like that. Anyway, it's episode 21 of the self-quarantine live stream. We're doing our part to make social distancing easier with YouTube. We're bridging the gap with folks that might not have a way to communicate with people otherwise while we're all on quarantine. How are you guys doing today? It's Monday. We're starting a brand new week. Holy cow, I can't believe we've been in quarantine this long already. But, it doesn't look like we're going to get out anytime soon. We got to stay safe and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. From what I'm hearing and reading, I'm definitely not going to pretend to be a pro at this. I'm not a doctor, a physician, or anything like that. God knows it's not my expertise. It's nothing in my wheelhouse. But anyway, I'm here to just create positivity, give you guys something to look forward to. There's a good handful of people that have joined literally every live stream, and thank you so much for that. That makes my day better. That fuels me and keeps me going. So thank you for joining. Before we get too far, thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this with your friends and your families. Let's see if we can get this to let's make a goal. Let's say 1,000 people. Let's see if we can get 1,000 people to join this by the end of the week. Let's just connect more folks from around the world, give them a place to share their experiences, talk about their favorite food from wherever they're at, and just have a positive place to go while we're all at home during this time. So just a handful of shout outs. I see some people in here already. And hello, Haley. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. And Teresa Simpson, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here as well. Peter Hansen is joining us today from Maine. Thanks, Pete, for joining the live stream. I appreciate you, bro. So today I've got another guest that's going to be joining. Her name is Stephanie Bethany. She's out of the Tulsa, Oklahoma area and also a fellow YouTuber. And so I'm going to bring her on, have a conversation. She's got some unique perspectives to share with you guys. And I'm excited to bring her on and have a conversation with her today. And holy cow, look at this guy, Chris Thompson. This is a dude I've known for well over 10 years. He's traveled all over the country with me for and whatnot. So in a former life, I traveled doing telecom work. I was pretty crazy individual at that point. And that's where I met Chris. So we've been a good handful of places. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Another fellow Oklahoman. And it looks like Annie and Archer are with Pete today in Maine. So shout out to you guys, personal friends of mine. Anytime I get up to Maine, I make it a point to see them. Pete and I work together and whatnot. So I got to meet his awesome wife and his kids. So shout out to all of you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. And you know what, Chris, love you too, bro. Big hugs, man. Big internet hugs. Because we can't get close enough to hug anybody in the real right now. And Teresa, Don is in her room playing Legos right now. That's actually one of her school assignments while she's out of school. We got to give her 30 minutes a day to be creative and have a fun activity. So she's playing Legos and being creative. So she knows I'm live right now. There's no telling when she might pop in and just say hi to everybody. For those of you that don't know, Dawn is my 6-year-old daughter, and she is a ham and a half. She loves to be on camera, and she loves to say hi, and she loves it when all you great folks around the world say hi to her. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring Stephanie Bethany on here. I'm hoping she's paying attention because she's about to pop on the screen literally right now.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Best day ever. Because why not, right? I say that literally every day. One day I won't be lying about it. So I got to tell you, I'm digging the blue lights you got there in your home studio.
Well, thank you.
Did you do that yourself?
Yeah. It's like a glue LED light strip thing, and I can change the colors and stuff, but I tend to like blue. So
outstanding. No, blue's a great color. I mean, I've got some blue. Oh, wrong side. I have blue right there. I like blue. And Steph, when we had a conversation earlier to test the software, I didn't know it, but I broke my lamp that normally illuminates this right here.
Oh no.
I went to turn it on and it made a weird noise, like the little switch thing just made this crackle sound. I'm like, oh, lamp is done.
Oh no.
You gotta find a way to get it. Maybe I have one in the house somewhere I don't know about, and I could put a gel on it and just make this look better. Because right now it's just kind of ugh.
Oh.
But
at
whatever.
least you have the blue on the one side. So.
Yeah, I have my blue light still. Yay. So Kathleen Connor says hi. Good to see your family. Beautiful day here. You got to the grocery store and stocked up for a month. Holy cow!
Wow.
Good for you, Kathleen. And so about that, Stephanie. How about your household? Do you guys have everything you need? You guys doing good?
We we waited a while because everyone was like panic buying stuff, and we're like, well, we don't want to like panic buy things. Like everyone's freaking out, and then there was just this point where like everything started getting to the point where things were closing, and we're like, yeah, we should probably go. So we went to Reese's, which if you're not in Oklahoma, I don't know if they have stores other than in Oklahoma. It's kind of like Kroger's, I think. We kind of grabbed all the things we thought we could possibly eat. So like we've never really made fish sticks before at our house, but we now have a giant bag of fish sticks. So I mean, we'll survive.
I love fish sticks. And see, I warned you, the conversation somehow always goes to food, and you just dove headfirst right into it with the fish sticks. Totally makes my day.
Yeah, most of the food we have right now is like a child's dream lunch or dinner. Honestly, we've got like fish sticks and French fries and chicken nuggets.
That's awesome. So I found these bags of chicken. I got to tell you that I found these bags of chicken nuggets at Costco a few weeks ago. They're these gargantuan. I think they're like 4 pounds of nuggets.
Oh,
and
wow.
they had a limit of 2 bags when we bought them. So I got like 8 pounds of nuggets, and which is ridiculous considering how much a nugget weighs. And
Yeah.
but they're delicious. I was like, I can't believe how good these are.
I'm
Like,
really
I'm
glad.
happy to have, like, wifey and I, we both look forward to eating these things. It's not just a thing for Dawn. Like, I want the nugs. Nugs, and I have them. I'm thankful for that. I'm wondering if you can see. Oh, the cheeseburger's in the way, but I have a sign up on my wall behind that massive cheeseburger there that says "Nugs, not drugs."
Nice.
So yeah, so good times, right?
Yeah.
And also, Teresa Simpson says hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you.
So our friend Ann Fish is in the house visiting again from the UK. So big Oklahoma hugs to you, Ann Fish. Always love it when you can make it in. And so anyway, Stephanie, I'm not trying to take over here. You're a guest on the show today. I want to give you a chance to talk and say hi. But so tell everybody what it is that you do. Well, you're a YouTuber. So man, I've already put that up there. I shared your links in the description already. So be sure to check out Stephanie's channel. Give her some thumbs up, likes, and if you're into her content, smash that subscribe button. But tell everybody what you do on YouTube.
Yeah, so I have several different channels, but my main one is about autism. So I share about whether it's like things from my experience and stories from my experience being late diagnosed with autism, or whether it's like research and things I've found out about autism. I share all that sort of stuff on my main channel. And then I have another channel, which is basically just whatever I feel like putting up on there, like vlogs and stuff. And then I have another channel in addition to that that I do like Christian content on. But like my most posted to or frequently done one is the one on autism, and that's kind of probably where I'm the most active community wise. But yeah.
Right on. And so recently you've had some I don't want, tell me if this is the wrong word, but like agencies or facilities that specialize in autism, and they reached out to you to create content or just to help get the word out about awareness. Is that right?
Yeah. So there's a few. So there's one group that's kind of coming up that's just became a nonprofit organization that has invited me to help contribute content to their website and stuff like that. And then there's a local group that we haven't like established anything yet, but I have offered to help them with helping them with awareness when it comes to autism and stuff, and the kind of programs that they have available, because in the local area here in Oklahoma, they actually have a lot of great programs, just people don't know about them. So we're kind of in that kind of like, I see you right now. Nothing official yet, but yeah, that kind of stuff. And I feel like there was something else, but I completely forgot. So yeah.
No, you're doing good. So that's good stuff. It's crazy the opportunities that come about when you have a YouTube channel, and that's awesome that you are recognized and that folks saw your content and asked you to contribute.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So I'm happy for you that in regard.
Well, thank you.
So a question I have for you, Stephanie, and this is good. I have very little to no knowledge. I mean, I've probably most of the information I have about autism has just been our conversations at the monthly YouTubers meetup.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you can share that would help folks who might be on the spectrum? Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right language? Okay. Who are on the spectrum and maybe some challenges they're facing during quarantine, because I'm sure that's got to be difficult to some degree on a level I know zero about.
Yeah. So like, with there's a meme going around where everyone's like, oh, now the whole world is dealing with a last minute schedule or routine change. It's not so fun, is it? That's kind of like what a lot of people who are autistic kind of experience day to day. Like we rely on things like going a certain way. I've not had too strict of a schedule personally, other than for like school and stuff like that. But a lot of people have what we call same foods, where that's like the only food they'll eat for a long time. So there are some people who are going through issues with not being able to access those foods that they need, which it sounds petty, right? But like for them, like they can't eat anything else at that time. It's just a thing. It's just how it works. For that, I don't really know what to do other than to like not feel ashamed to want to go to the store for that because someone was saying that. Like that's not. It's what you eat. Like it's okay to eat the same thing. If you need it, go get it. That is essential. And then a lot of people are talking about like establishing routines. For me, I understand like I don't like merge my worlds well. So like I have my school things and I have my home things and I have my church things and I have my YouTube things, and they like stay separate because that's where they belong. And then taking, quarantine, they put like your work and your home and your family and everything like all into one space and all into this new thing. And that can be really difficult because it's just like, it's kind of like they don't belong here. Like these things don't belong together. Like you love your family, but like you love all these things, but like having them in the same place is very difficult. So like, it's okay. Like if your routine isn't going to be the same, because I know some people are like, well, stick to your routine that you normally do, and that might work. But if it's not working for you, like, don't feel bad, because you can make this into your own thing now, what works for you now, because it's really different and it's okay. Like, I know for me, I've been feeling kind of waves of emotion. So like it was like anxiety, and then it was like, oh, I don't even care, and then it's like I'm really sad, and then it's like, oh, I don't really care. So like the mood swings and stuff like that, like it's totally normal. Being autistic, sometimes it feels like things are always. So like if I'm sad right now, I'm sad forever. If this thing is here right now, it's here forever. And that's just not true. So like we're not going to be stuck in this forever, even though it feels like it. And it's okay to like know that there will be a day that we're going to go back to the things that you were doing. It might not look the same, but it's okay to know that like right now it's like this and it kind of sucks. But we will be able to go back and do your favorite things, and we will be able to go to the places that you love and those things. And I know it's really hard right now. Probably a lot of communication is really important, especially those with families. Being able to communicate, like, I need space right now. Like, I love you very much, but I need space. Like, for me, that's one of my big things. Like, I love you to pieces, but you're making noise, and somehow you existing here is driving me insane. So, like, letting everybody kind of have their spaces, and like knowing like you don't have to be a superhuman right now. I know, like, yeah, we have all the time in the world, but we're not having all the time in the world because it's a vacation. We're having all the time in the world because we're going through a pandemic, and it is scary. And people are stressed, and you don't have to be like super productive and feel like that pressure to, do all the things that maybe some other people are doing. If you want to throw yourself into a special interest, if you want to throw yourself into those things, great. but don't feel like you have to like be a super person and, you know, make all the content or, you know, do all the work or whatever. Like, it's okay to be upset about it. And it's okay to like take some time to chill by yourself and hang out with us while we're live.
No,
So, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So that's a lot of great information. And just so you know, like I have not been diagnosed with anything, but I am dealing with some of those same things. Where I'm a teleworker. I work from home all the time anyway. I have my daughter with me full time now, and we started her distance learning today. So that's been interesting to integrate those activities in with everything else.
Yeah.
So when wifey comes home, it's like I'm so ready to decompress because I have day work still. I'm doing the daily live stream. I have the kiddo running around, and it's like I need a few minutes to just process quiet time. The food thing I can't relate to because I eat literally everything. But I can understand where somebody, if and tell me if this is the wrong way to say it, if they have a challenge, is it wrong to say it, call it a challenge? But if they have that, and that's a thing for them, if that's a reality, I could see that being tough because it's harder to get out and get groceries right now. It's getting better. But if you have that thing that you have to have, that could be, I could see that really compounding and making other things worse.
Yeah.
So, but right here, there's some positivity for us, Stephanie. YouTube hugs.
YouTube hugs,
Ricardo. Hey. So I see Archer popped on and said hi. Hello, Archer. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here, man. And here's something interesting. I never thought about this either, Stephanie. Maybe you can shed some light on this. Teresa says, I'm not an alcoholic yet. Since the quarantine, I've been drinking practically every day. Many of my friends are doing the same. I can see that. Well, I'm not a big drinker. I have a podcast where I review craft beer from around the country. And on occasion, I had a glass of wine last night watching Netflix, which is a rare occasion for me. But I'm not really drinking a whole lot more. How does drinking and autism go together? Is that a bad idea, or is it kind of on a person by person basis?
Yeah, I think it's a person by person basis. I think it depends. Like, you have to know yourself for sure, because like, especially if you are someone who is a same food kind of person, that could turn into something that you don't want it to turn into and become out of your control, obviously. But I have a YouTuber friend who is also autistic, and she drinks wine and it helps her relax. And like, she's, not an alcoholic or anything. And I think that's definitely something with quarantine where a lot of people are turning to just a little bit more alcohol maybe than they're used to, just because they don't have anything else to like relieve their stress. So yeah, with autism, I personally, I think usually a lot of times it's like I do or I don't, with a lot of things. So like for me, I don't, because I don't like the idea of like losing control, but other people find it like helps them not be as anxious, which anxiety is a huge thing with autism. So, it might be helpful, but just to be careful, like if you're someone who might get stuck on it in a way that you can't control, then I probably would advise against it, but but yeah.
So no, that totally makes a lot of sense. And Laura here's opened up to us a bit. I'll be honest, my anxiety and depression isn't doing too well during this.
Yeah.
It looks like she's got a counseling appointment on the phone, which is good. I so need to vent.
Good.
That's something else, because I would love to just go outside and scream and make noise.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I need that. It's like, and I'm saying that playfully. But that's something I would encourage everyone to do. If you need to reach out and just talk to somebody, by all means, please do that. If you need a counselor, or if you need just a friend, just do whatever. It's not worth it to go it alone.
Yeah.
Get the help you need. It's a big deal. And thank you for being open about that and putting in the comments. That's a huge deal. So one, thank you for that. But I want to encourage everybody to find help and get it. Don't fight this battle alone. That's not good for anybody.
Yeah, for sure. And
so,
like, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like something I found for me, like with anxiety, is like, especially the beginning of this, I've been kind of better about it now, but at the very beginning of like this really being kind of in our backyard, as you might say, like, yeah, it's bad when it's over there, but when it's near you, then it gets scarier. Limit how much time you're on places that talk about it, because at this point, I guarantee you already know all the symptoms. You already know what to do. You already know to wash your hands, to self-distance, all those sorts of things. but hearing it 100 times over every day isn't going to help your anxiety. It's just not. So like, you know what to do. It's great that you know what to do. We need that information. But like, take a breath, come do something else. Because like right now I have to limit my social media, especially like Twitter, because Twitter is just like everybody talking about how bad everything is, or how the numbers are getting worse and this person's not doing this right. And that stuff like really makes you feel like, really bad things are happening all the time. And you don't have to live your life like in high anxiety to like be concerned or to be aware, if that makes sense. So like limiting that, it's a good idea.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, because even as positive of a guy as I am, it becomes overwhelming to see it all day on the news, to see my Facebook stream flooded with it. Even videos on YouTube, more and more showing up in my suggested feed that aren't positive. It just gives you all this, even though a lot of it's real, I'm going to assume that it is, the data that's being sent out by the WHO and the CDC.
Yeah.
It's depressing, even for a guy like me. It's like, dude, I have to turn this off and see Puppy Dog Pals or something with the kiddo, because that's always just super happy.
Yeah.
So I tell you one thing I found, and I don't know who sent me the invitation to this, and I don't have, it's a private group. I wish I could just blast out to everybody, but there's a group on Facebook that encourages people at 8 p.m. their local time to go outside and howl.
That sounds fun.
So the last 4 or 5 nights, my little Don and I go outside at 8 o'clock. We sit on our front porch and we just howl for a couple minutes. And so the dogs in the neighborhood bark, but whatever, they bark anyway. But it feels so good because I just let it go. Like I Frozen 2, let it go. Wait, Frozen 1, let it go. Yeah, that's the first one. And the kiddo loves it. Wifey could care less about it. She thinks it's silly. But it's something I look forward to. It gives me like to this. I have a timestamp. I know at 4 p.m. every day I have a live stream. It gives me something to look forward to.
Yeah.
8 p.m. I have a thing where I get to go just and that helps me.
Good. Yeah.
And I don't know if that will help anybody else. That's just, I'm a goofy individual, but that helps me out. And so check this out. The hottest sauce on earth is, and how hot is it? I'll get back to that, Albert. Sorry, I wanted to talk about that. I clicked on the wrong comment. But Infit, this is so good to hear that other people feel like this too. And that's important to me. You're never at it alone. Yeah. You're never the only person. It's normal that I have felt like that. I mean, I opened up about my own struggles with depression and starting to see a counselor. So I get that. I always felt like I was the only one. And it helped me to realize that no, I'm not. Millions of people literally feel this way, but we feel isolated. Yeah. And so I mean, maybe you can speak to that, just to tell them, like, you're not alone. You're not the only one feeling these things. And sometimes I think there's some comfort in that. What can you add to that, Stephanie?
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing. Even it just randomly popped in my mind. Sorry. I believe there's a hashtag on Twitter about autism in quarantine and or autism and COVID-19, I think is what it's called. So if you search that on Twitter, you might find some more people who are giving specifically their autistic experience during this time, just so you know, like, this is how other people like me are experiencing this. And I think like that's probably like my favorite thing about my channel in general, maybe not just about quarantine, but in general, so many people saying, oh my gosh, that's me. You're saying my words. You're saying my thoughts. You're saying my feelings. And hearing that is nice for me because it feels like I'm alone sometimes. But like that other people know, like, oh, someone else is here with me and I identify with that. And like you were saying, it's so helpful when people share that they went to get help. That's actually how I first went to get help for my depression and anxiety, was people I looked up to. And I'd heard some of their stuff. I'd experienced seeing them depressed and, interacting with them, and it broke my heart. But then I saw them get help and I saw them start to get better and be able to live life at a better quality of life. And that inspired me to go get help. So like, it's really awesome when people share that kind of stuff, because it gives people that encouragement and that space to be able to do the same for themselves.
Right on. And oh, look, I heard a noise. I'm like, oh gosh, it was my door opening. It was my little dog came in to say hi.
Hi.
So give us just a second, love bug. We're talking about a couple little things here, okay? So the question came up, Ricardo Rodriguez, how to deal with anxiety. And I put this other comment also in error. My bad, guys. I screw up on Monday sometimes. But my friend Peter said, what has helped me get over anxiety is doing something for other people, like making hand sanitizer and giving it away. It makes me feel like I am more on top of the situation. So kudos to you, Pete, for doing that in your spare time and giving something that people need. That's incredible. I love to see stories like that and give shout outs, because it's when everyone comes together, with whatever we have extra, we can help out. And that does ease a lot of tensions. And it feels good to know you're helping.
Yeah.
So a lot of big wins there. Oh, Dawn, are you sitting on my shoulders again, baby? Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, that's your foot. No one wants to see your feet. Put your stinky feet away, you silly kid. So everyone, this is Dawn. Dawn, so let's say hello. Hello. So already she's getting hi. So Teresa says hi, Dawn. Hi. And Laura says hi also. Hi. Yay. So you silly kid. Daddy. What? Oh, you're hitting me in the head. Daddy. That's not friendly. Hey, look at that. Hey, your nani's on. She said, hey, chicken. Hi, Daddy. Yay. So that's good stuff, guys. So thank you so much for saying hi to Dawn. She absolutely loves that. Yes. So since we got on fish sticks earlier, Stephanie, I want to circle back to the fish sticks.
For sure.
Have you made any fish sticks yet? Yes,
we have. We were pleasantly surprised that we liked them.
So that's Dawn. I can't hear anything when you do that, baby. You literally closed my ear flaps over my ear hole. Okay, please, baby. That's enough. No more. No moss. No moss. Thank you, love bug. So we got several more shout outs here. So Ann Fish, our friend from the UK, says hi. Hi, Dawn. Hi. So Archer says hi. And Pete also said hi. Oh, where'd it go? I clicked the wrong one yet again. How do I keep doing that? I am messing up a lot on a Monday. Oh, here it is. Dawn. Yay. Hi. And so Albert, I get depressed, but your videos honestly help me feel better and very hopeful. And hot sauces do as well. So Albert asked a question earlier in the comments about the hottest hot sauce in the world and what it's called. So random answer here. The hottest one I have found available online is 16 million Scovilles, which is ridiculous. There's nothing natural about that. It doesn't come from a pepper.
Oh my gosh.
They take the pepper extract, the capsaicin, and they put pure capsaicin in this hot sauce.
Oh my gosh.
That is not physically safe to consume on its own. That will do damage almost immediately. So I don't talk about it. I don't recommend it because it's just not safe.
Yeah.
A single drop of that in a bowl of chili or a pot of chili is going to make it intense. So even the hot sauce, my last video I did with the Hot Ones parody, we had a sauce that was just under 2 million Scoville, which is from the Carolina Reaper. There's 3 varieties of that, and they are currently the hottest pepper in the world. And it was delicious, but it was hot. It was very hot. So, but Albert loves to talk to me about the hot sauce. I love to eat it and talk about it. So are you into hot sauce at all, Stephanie? Is that in your wheelhouse?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay.
No, like my husband, like he likes the idea of trying something because of like that novelty of like, oh, it's really hot, like people can't handle this kind of thing. And he likes spicier things, but like he wouldn't like normally eat super spicy things, but he's cool with spicy things. But like anything with much spice at all, I'm like, I'm good.
No, that's fair. That is fair. So our friend Haley from Sweden says good night. So good night, Haley. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And so something else is like, how do you deal with this? I miss going out to eat dinner at a restaurant. Has that been a challenge for you as well, Stephanie?
So I've been utilizing the either the Uber Eats type of stuff or like the pickup kind of things. For me, I am not really big on the sitting in the restaurant part.
Just okay.
So much noise. Like sometimes I even have to wear my headphones in certain restaurants. So like for me, I'm like, if you want to bring me the food, the only thing I'm really sad about is that like Logan's in Owasso, which is the nearest Logan's to me, is closed. Like they're not even doing like the delivery. And the thing about sitting in the restaurant there is you get unlimited rolls, and the rolls are very good. So that's like my husband and I literally sat there just sad for like 20 minutes when we realized we couldn't get those. But like for me, I'm not really big on like the experience of going to a restaurant, but like I can understand like some people would miss that.
Okay, bye, Dawn. Dawn just ran out of the room. She's like, bye. So it's okay. Oh, Karma came in here. So Karma Kitty just came in the office. So I'm surprised she doesn't jump on my desk more when I'm doing the live streams. She does that a lot when I'm actually working.
Yeah.
She does that a lot. Like, Cat, get off my keyboard. I can't work with you sitting here. And she'll just stare at me like it's hers. But she's just back. I don't know if you guys can hear meowing, but she's just underneath my desk chair right now.
Oh.
Silly cat. So do you have any pets, Stephanie?
I have a dog. Her name is Nala. She is a German Shepherd and Black Lab mix. And she also believes that, well, she doesn't really believe that the computer is hers necessarily. She just believes that I should not be giving attention to the computer instead of her. So if I'm like on my laptop, she'll come and like shove her head under my hand while I'm trying to type and like get all up in my face and then try to cuddle, which is funny because she's a huge dog, but she thinks like she's smaller and she can just cuddle on your lap and everything, which I mean, I'm usually fine with, but not when I'm trying to do work. So yeah.
Right? No, I totally understand that. Definitely. So yeah, my dog, we've got, we have 3 dogs in my house. And Cortana, she's a German Shepherd mix. And she's like that. She'll come and she has like this nose thing that she does. And it's like she'll just not me in the face, but she pokes really hard. I'm like, dog, how do you have that kind of strength on your nose to just like bump? Like she moves my hand.
I've heard that called muzzle punching before.
I've not heard that before. Muzzle punching. Yes. She muzzle punches the fire out of me to get attention. So yeah, let's see here. So Pete says we ordered 10 meat birds. They are 5 pounds and ready to eat in 7 weeks. So I'm going to assume that you purchased some live chickens.
What does that mean?
That's what I'm getting out of that. We have the egg laying hens, and I've heard the term meat bird before. I think that's referring to a live chicken.
Okay.
So I saw that meat bird. I'm like, well, birds have meat, bro. So look, check this out. Teresa has 5 female cats from 16 years old all the way down to 1 year, and they also have 2 parrots.
Wow.
That's a lot of animals.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Karma Kitty. Oh, look who's making a guest appearance. Oh, there she goes, walking right across like she owns the place. That's what kitties do right there. Huh, Karma? Yeah, you silly cat. So she's really the star of the show. So yeah, there's Karma Kitty right there, world famous kitty cat.
Oh,
Karma. You gonna say hi, Karma? You gonna say hi? No, just passing by. Okay, see ya. Silly kitty, don't, baby. That's not a toy. That's a softbox light, baby. Please don't scratch that. She's got that look like I'm gonna scratch this. Oh, honey, no, Karma, no. Yeah, did you hear me now?
It's like, why would you tell me no?
Yeah. So silly kitty, Karma. That's really not a toy. Oh my gosh, this cat. You can't get mad at them. They don't know any better. She's seen, and the thing is, she's no stranger to lights. Mm-hmm. I adopted this cat from Corey Williams.
Yeah.
Karma Kitty, no, baby. Hey, let it go, honey. Oh my gosh, she's knocking it over right now. Oh my gosh, Karma, no, baby. She just went like 2 paws on the corner of it and just like started to pull it. I don't know if you saw the change in light here. I just started to fall towards my desk. And I'm like, kitty, no, baby. Ugh. So anyway, oh, that's good stuff. So a question came up for you, Stephanie. Are you in Michigan? You said Owasso, however you spell it.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, no, I'm actually in Oklahoma, same as Ray. That's interesting that there's an Owasso in Michigan, though. Yeah, it's spelled similarly, but there's like another S on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Owasso. That's one of our suburbs of the Tulsa metro. It's on the north side of town. So I've spent a lot of time in Owasso in the 20 years I've been in Oklahoma. 20 plus years at this point I've been in Oklahoma. It's not a bad place at all.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I used to go to school there way back when.
Oh, right on. So I guess since we're on it, are you asking about pets? So Carmen has 2 cats and 8 chickens for eggs, not meat, and 4 beehives. Wow. That's awesome. Like, I'm a huge fan of local honey. I mean, I love to support local. I love honey, but there's a lot of benefits from what I'm not an expert, but I understand there's a lot of benefits of getting honey that's made from local bees because I guess it helps you get less allergies, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
If you get the honey locally. So I'm a big fan of that. So let's see here. My cat is named Sonny Houdini Rochester Reynolds. Wow, Harley, that's a really long name. Like when your cat gets in trouble, you're really like Sonny Houdini Rochester Reynolds. Get over here. Like, or does she have a nickname or a shorter name? What do you do with that, Harley? I'm curious now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And our friend Archer's, if you like spice and if you like cheese, you should get habanero cheddar cheese. And I would agree. I'm a fan of that when I can find it. So I like it when they put the fresh, habaneros in it. I like to see the little orange speckles in the cheese. So 1 question quiz for you, Stephanie.
Okay.
So we all know what a habanero pepper is. So what is another name for this pepper that also references a type of whiskey?
I have no idea.
So a Scotch bonnet.
Really?
Scotch bonnet. Have you ever heard that before?
Oh,
okay. Not making that up. Google it. Fact check me if I'm wrong. Drop it in the comments down below. I am not infallible. God knows I make many, many mistakes. And I have to own up to all of those. But I'm going to say I believe now because now I'm second guessing myself.
Oh my goodness.
The habanero is also called a Scotch bonnet.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's I only know stuff because I watch the Food Network. I'm not a chef. I have 0 culinary training. Food Network and YouTube has been my education in the kitchen.
Nice.
So, and Harley Quinn says here, I call him Sun Butt or Mr. Houdini. Sun Butt. I love that. That's very unique and creative. I love it. So if you guys drinking local honey will get rid of allergies, but you have to drink a lot of honey.
Wow.
So that's subjective because I think a lot to Stephanie may be a drop in the bucket for me. So perspective. So are you a big fan of honey, Stephanie?
I go through cycles of like times I'm like, I'm gonna add honey to literally everything, and then other times I'm like, honey, what's that? So it goes through cycles. How about you?
Let's see here. I gotta what was this? I gotta find out what Anfish. I got some vintage cheese after one of your tubs. It was great. Love it. So Anfish, what do you mean by one of my tubs? So that might be a typo, but I know she's also from the UK. We use some different words here and there.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, but no, I'm glad to see that you got some vintage cheese. Who was I was talking about some 20-year-old aged cheddar the other day with somebody and how fantastic that was. I wonder if that may be what she's making reference to.
Oh, could be.
Yeah. So how are you with cheese? Are you a big fan of cheese?
I mean, I like cheese on things, but like I'm not like a cheese snob or something. I don't know.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. So not a thing wrong with that at all.
It just cracks me. Oh my goodness! Like when you were talking about the other day, like the 20-year-old cheese or whatnot. I was just thinking, like when you said that it hurts to eat or whatever, like that's such a strange concept to me. Like why you would want to do that to yourself. So like that's how I am with food. Like if it hurts, I'm not eating it.
Oh, right. It's such an intense flavor. It's not like somebody punched you in the throat and you're gagging for air. It's not that kind of pain. It's just this really intense flavor. It's hard to eat. It's hard because it is so strong. It's like you have to take a bite of this, let it kind of chill out, and then take another bite. because it is such a really rich, intense flavor.
I probably disappoint my birthplace. I was actually born in Wisconsin.
Oh man, I've got a regular here. His name's Bubzilla. He pops in from Wisconsin quite a bit. He would probably give you 20 questions about where you're from in Wisconsin, what you did there, what kind of snowmobile you had, and I know a few guys that live in Wisconsin, and they all brag about their snowmobiles. I'm like, I know literally zero about a snowmobile. We have no use for those in Oklahoma,
right?
Unfortunately. So Teresa, she is a dairy fan. She loves the cheese.
Yay!
I love cheese. I love it so much. I didn't need it, but I was at Costco this weekend. I needed a few more essentials, and I made it a point to go pick up another 2-pound block of sharp cheddar, because you never know when you're going to need a block of cheese for zombie apocalypse, COVID-19 pandemic. I don't want to be caught stuck at home without cheese.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
My dad used to have like the blocks of I think it was cheddar cheese, and he would it would be like an after dinner snack at night.
Oh, nice.
And so we would have like slices of the cheese, and then we'd sometimes put it in like barbecue sauce. I don't know. That was just.
Don't be ashamed of that, because a good sweet barbecue sauce and cheddar cheese are a thing. Like if you go to Arby's, for you Arby's fans, they have the roast beef, they have the cheddar cheese sauce, and you put some barbecue on there. And like seriously, little cowboy hats start dancing in your mouth. Angels start singing. Like I have kitchen angels. Chris and I were talking about this the other day. Like these monks show up and like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know where y'all came from, but you're singing over this food. I'm good with that. Same thing with that whole Arby's experience.
Nice.
I guess maybe. I don't know. I'm goofy. My apologies. But our friend Carissa Lee popped in, Stephanie. You know Carissa.
Yes. Hi, Carissa.
Hi, Carissa. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. So she was a guest on the show last week. And so a lot of conversations with Carissa. I've stumbled on you several times, Stephanie, in one of Carissa's live streams.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that we have a community of local YouTubers, and we all like to support each other and whatnot. I think that's fantastic. And of course, Carissa is the leader of and the founder of the Tulsa YouTubers. I saw Tommy pop in here earlier too. Tommy is her husband. Yeah. So great people to have around. So, check this out. Us being from Oklahoma, maybe this will speak to both of us, Stephanie. But my cats have all been named after the weather since I was little. I have owned Thunder, Lightning, Twister, and Storm. Now I have Sunny and Cirrus, who was named after cirrus clouds.
That's awesome.
I like that.
That's really
speaking of clouds, I want to challenge you, Harley Quinn. I want you to name your next kitty cat Cumulonimbus. Because that's my favorite kind of cloud. So we know the cumulus clouds are the ones that store the water. They're about to become the storms, right? And I think that the nimbus clouds there's something about the combination of the cumulus and nimbus. They're the ones that I think make the thunderheads that create storms. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but living in Oklahoma, we get to hear a lot about weather. And so I love the word cumulonimbus.
It's a fun word.
It is a fun word. It's like if you want to make somebody's like, you are the biggest nimbus I've ever seen in my life. And you're like, did he just call me a cloud? Is that an insult or a compliment? I don't know. And that's just me being goofy here. And Albert wants to create a cheer up and discussion channel on YouTube that will be videos of how we can calm down and enjoy life more.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's a good idea. I like that. And so, but good time. So anyway, Steph, we're encroaching, 45 minutes on the stream today. I know I've got a handful of tasks to take care of outside of the stream today. It's Monday. We still have plenty of schoolwork to do with the kiddo. So any closing thoughts for the people, with your expertise in your channels, and what kind of good words can you give the people before we wrap it up today?
I should have thought of something something amazing to say. I guess as the British say, keep calm and carry on.
There you go. It's solid advice. So the world keeps spinning, pandemic or not, it's still going to go around in circles. And so I'm with you. We may as well stay calm, hang on for the ride, and do our best to get through it together. So, before I go, we got this is a Northeast Oklahoma thing right here. If I ever saw one, name a cat Travis Meyer. Yes, so much yes.
Oh my God.
So for those of you who are joining who are not from the Tulsa, Oklahoma area, Travis Meyer is the rock star of meteorologists. Now, don't get me wrong. We have plenty of other fantastic meteorologists on the air here, but Travis Meyer is the man. Like, seriously, Travis Meyer says, this storm is 2 minutes out. Get in your bunker. You don't go take selfies on the front porch. You just get in the bunker. When Travis Meyer says it, you go. It's like, oh, it's bad. It's bad. So, I mean, I love my James Adel yacht, Channel 23. I'll give him a shout out. There's a couple other ones I'm a big fan of, but Travis is my dude. He is my dude. My dude. So, so anyway, guys, thank you so much, Stephanie, for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You gave us a lot of great information on autism and some things that can help people out. You also shed light that people aren't the only one. They're not going through this alone. We get to help out together. So please, I encourage you, look in the links in the description down below of this video. Check out her channels. Give her those thumbs up if you love the subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you get a pop-up every time Stephanie posts a new video. So thanks again, Steph. I appreciate it. I'm going to push a button, and you're going to drop off the screen, and they're going to see my head even bigger now. Bless their hearts. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you again so much. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the stream here today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all being here. If you are a member of the RayRay family already, you know I love you guys. I say it literally every video, every live stream. If you're new to this channel, if this is your first time checking out this stream, I want to encourage you to join the RayRay family as well. It's completely free. It doesn't require a credit card number or anything else. If anybody ever asks you for that, tell them it's fake, because I don't do that. All you got to do is in that corner. I think it's that corner. Smash the red subscribe button. And again, for my channel as well, be sure to hit the notification bell so you get a pop-up every time I post a new video. And remember to be biggest. Be what makes somebody else's day great. Sometimes all it is just letting folks know that they're not the only ones going through whatever challenge it is. Be there for somebody. Listen to them if they call and need to talk. And just do what we can to make somebody else's day great. See you guys.